Hold up. Before you pack your bags for Berlin, thinking Germany's digital nomad visa is your ticket to European freedom, we need to talk. Because what they're calling a digital nomad visa might actually be the most German thing ever. Incredibly organized, surprisingly complex, and potentially more restrictive than you think. I've spent weeks diving deep into the German bureaucratic maze, and what I found will either save you months of headaches, or make you realize why some nomads are calling this visa a beautifully disguised trap. The promise vs. reality. So here's what Germany is selling you. Come work remotely in the heart of Europe. Experience world-class infrastructure, incredible healthcare, and be part of one of the world's strongest economies. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the first red flag. Germany doesn't actually have a digital nomad visa. What they have is something much more traditional, the Freiberufler visa for freelancers, and the newer Chancenkarte opportunity card system. And this distinction isn't just semantic, it's the difference between nomadic freedom and German-style structured self-employment. Think about it. When was the last time Germany did anything the simple way? This is the country where you need an appointment to make an appointment. So when they offer what sounds like a simple nomad visa, your internal alarm bells should be ringing. The Anmeldung trap, your first taste of German bureaucracy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room that no one warns you about, the Anmeldung. This is your residence registration, and it's not optional paperwork, it's the foundation of your entire German existence. Here's where it gets interesting. You cannot get your visa without a registered address in Germany. But you can't register an address without, well, having the right to be in Germany long term. It's like a bureaucratic chicken and egg problem that would make Kafka proud. I talked to Sarah, a developer from Toronto who spent 3 months trying to navigate this. She found an apartment, but the landlord wouldn't give her the registration form until she had her visa sorted. But she couldn't get her visa sorted without the registration. She ended up staying in Airbnb for 2 months, burning through her savings just to get the paperwork aligned. And here's the kicker. This Anmeldung isn't just a one-time thing. Move apartments. New Anmeldung. Change your working situation? Better update that Anmeldung. The German authorities treat this registration like your lifeline to society, and they're not wrong. Without it, you can't open a bank account, get proper health insurance, or even sign up for a gym membership. The income illusion. Euros 9,000 sounds easy, until it isn't. The official requirement is simple. Prove you have Euros 9,000 per year to support yourself. That's about Euros 750 per month, which sounds incredibly reasonable for a major European city. But this is where Germany's famous attention to detail becomes your nightmare. First, it's not just about having the money. It's about proving you'll consistently earn it through liberal professions that benefit Germany's economy. Web design. Maybe. Content creation? Depends. Dropshipping? Good luck explaining that to a German bureaucrat who's been doing things the same way since 1987. But here's what nobody tells you about that Euros 9,000 figure. It's designed for traditional German living, not the nomadic lifestyle most of us actually want. Want to travel around Europe on weekends? That's extra. Want to maintain your home base in another country? That complicates your tax situation exponentially. And let's talk taxes, because this is where the freedom starts feeling more like responsibility. Germany has tax treaties with most countries, which sounds great until you realize you might be filing taxes in multiple jurisdictions. I found cases of nomads who ended up paying more in accounting fees than they saved by moving to Germany. The cultural integration reality check. Now, here's where we need to flip the script a bit. Because while I'm highlighting these challenges, there's something profound happening here that most nomad visas completely ignore. Germany actually wants you to integrate, not just exist. The Anmeldung system that seems so oppressive? It's actually how Germany ensures you have access to their incredible social safety net. That complex income verification? It's how they protect their labor market while still welcoming skilled foreigners. Compare this to other nomad visas that are essentially tourist extensions. You pay a fee, get a stamp, and they hope you spend money and leave. Germany's approach is saying, if you're going to be here, be here. Contribute, integrate, become part of the system. I met Marcus, a UX designer who's been in Berlin for 2 years on the freelancer visa. He told me something fascinating. The bureaucracy isn't the bug, it's the feature. Once you're in the system, Germany takes care of you in ways no other nomad destination does. Free healthcare, worker protections, even unemployment benefits if your freelance work dries up. The language labyrinth. Here's something they don't mention in the glossy guides. Germany's bureaucracy operates in German. Shocking, I know. But seriously, while many Germans speak excellent English, the official processes, the forms, the appointments, the explanations of why your application needs 3 more documents, all happen in German. This isn't just about translation, it's about cultural communication. German bureaucracy has its own language, its own logic, its own unspoken rules. When the clerk asks for your Anmeldung and you respond with a blank stare, that's not a language barrier, that's a cultural competency gap. But here's the thing. This linguistic challenge is also an opportunity. Learning German opens doors not just in Germany, but across Central Europe. And Germans, despite their reputation for efficiency over warmth, are incredibly helpful once they understand you're genuinely trying to integrate rather than just pass through. The hidden opportunities. So far, this sounds like I'm trying to scare you away from Germany. But stick with me, because understanding these challenges is actually what reveals the incredible opportunities. Germany's approach creates a natural filter. The nomads who thrive here aren't the ones looking for the easiest path, they're the ones building real businesses, developing genuine skills, and creating lasting value. The bureaucracy weeds out the tourists pretending to be entrepreneurs. The freelancer visa gives you access to the entire EU market, not just as a tourist, but as a legitimate business operator. You can work with clients across 27 countries, access Germany's incredible startup ecosystem, and build professional networks that span continents. Lisa, a marketing consultant from Australia, told me, the visa application process was hell, but once I got through it, I had something no other nomad destination offered: legitimacy. When I tell European clients I'm based in Berlin with proper business registration, it carries weight. That I'm a digital nomad working from Bali just doesn't. The tax reality, complex but potentially brilliant. Let's address the tax elephant in the room, because this is where Germany's system shows its sophistication. Yes, German taxes are high, but you're not just paying taxes, you're buying into a system. Your German tax payments give you access to world-class healthcare, excellent infrastructure, worker protections, and even unemployment benefits. For freelancers and entrepreneurs, this safety net is invaluable. How many nomads have had their income disappear overnight and suddenly found themselves without healthcare in a foreign country? Plus, Germany's tax treaties mean that, structured properly, you're often not paying double taxes, you're paying into a system that provides real value. And if you're building a legitimate business, German business expenses and deductions can be incredibly generous. The 3-year test. Here's my theory about Germany's nomad visa trap. It's not designed for nomads at all. It's designed for entrepreneurs who happen to start as nomads, but are willing to evolve into residents. The 3-year residence permit pathway isn't accidental, it's the timeframe Germany has identified for someone to truly integrate and begin contributing at a high level. They're not collecting nomad visa fees, they're investing in potential long-term residents who will build businesses, pay taxes, and contribute to German society. So the real question isn't whether Germany's visa is a trap, it's whether you're ready to evolve beyond being a nomad. Are you building something real, or are you just extending your vacation? The verdict: trap or treasure? Here's my final take. Germany's digital nomad visa is both a trap and a treasure, depending entirely on who you are and what you want. It's a trap if you're looking for nomadic freedom with minimal commitment. If you want to work from cafes, travel constantly, and avoid bureaucracy, literally any other nomad visa will serve you better. But it's a treasure if you're ready to build something substantial. If you want European legitimacy, access to incredible markets, world-class infrastructure, and a social safety net that actually protects you, then Germany's complex system becomes your competitive advantage. The real question you need to ask yourself isn't, is this visa right for nomads? It's, am I ready to stop being just a nomad and start being a European entrepreneur? So what do you think? Are you ready for German bureaucracy, or are you sticking to the beach destinations? Let me know in the comments. And if you've navigated the German system, share your war stories below. Trust me, we all need to hear them. And if this deep dive into the reality behind the marketing helped you make a decision, hit that subscribe button. I'm planning a whole series on the truth behind Europe's nomad visas, and you won't want to miss what I found out about Portugal's D7 visa. Because spoiler alert, it might be even more complex than Germany's.